Habitat connectivity is important to the wild turkey. In this study, we used all kinds of data to put into a model to see how connectivity affects wild turkey abundance. Florida is a great place to do this type of study for several reasons. One, the human population is rapidly growing. Two, we have a subspecies, the osceola, that occurs only within the peninsula of Florida. But perhaps most important, we have an initiative that's been going since the 90s called the Florida Wildlife Corridor. That's all this green that you're seeing all in this map right here. That's about 18 million acres that's undeveloped and connected from the Everglades all the way to Georgia, across the Panhandle, all the way to Alabama. 18 million acres, that's roughly the size of South Carolina. So you can see the whole state of Florida is peppered with all these data sources. We got data from eBird, the FWC, and also from iNaturalist. And we can use all those in a modeling approach to look at two things related to turkeys. One is occupancy. So that's basically if you pick any given location in Florida, what's the likelihood that there are turkeys there? And the other one is relative abundance. That's actually trying to estimate how many turkeys are present in any given location. So you may be wondering, well, what's actually different about the wildlife corridor? Well, there's several things. Namely, there's less people and less urban area, but there's also more forest, grassland, and shrubland, or in other words, wild turkey habitat. When we analyze all those data sources, this is what we end up with. Essentially, this is a heat map showing you where there are turkeys present and how many there are in any given location. And when we boil all that down, is essentially the connected habitat that's provided by the wildlife corridor is critical for wild turkeys, especially the Osceola wild turkey, because that's where all the development pressure is. So all the private landowners in the wildlife corridor and all the public land that's helping to connect that habitat throughout the state is really critical. So you may be asking yourself, what exactly about the corridor is leading to the higher relative abundance of turkeys? Well, we modeled that too. It turns out the primary factors that the corridor is solving is that it's decreasing urbanization and the number of people, but also the connectivity of forest and grassland positively affect turkeys, as we might expect. So the take-home message, it's not just about providing habitat, it's also about making sure that it's connected, whether you're at the property level or at the landscape level.